I sing so loudly my neighbour can hear me when I'm at the washing line. That's embarrassing.
Why? It's because
I'm here. Do you have this many disasters?
if we start again, I'll never get it going. Hello and welcome to Faeryfay's Knitting Podcast. I'm known as Faye on Ravelry, Faye Knits 3 with the numeral 3 on Ravelry, and Faeryfay on Instagram and on YouTube. And I'm very excited today because I have my mum,
Hello.
here, and she is very, very crafty and knits and sews and does all sorts of exciting things. So we'll be showing you some things that she's made today. We will start with finished objects.
Finished objects.
So I finished my hat, which I've been working on since the last podcast, and I finished it yesterday and blocked it, and I'm pretty happy with it. I wasn't really sure at first because it's such a soft yarn, and it I don't know, but I'm happy with it now, and I think it's good.
I think it's really, really beautiful.
You like it?
I do. I think the colour combination is just lovely.
Yeah.
And it's very comfortable to wear. It's like you're not really wearing anything.
Yeah, Mum put it on before, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And it looks
beautiful.
lovely. Do you want to put it on again?
Oh, yes.
Go
I'll
on.
put it on again.
It'll mess up your hair.
Mess up my hair, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's very, very soft and very comfortable.
Yeah. It's lovely.
It
I'm
is.
happy.
Hasn't got a bobble on though.
No. Maybe I need to put a pom-pom
bobble,
on it.
A pom-pom. Yes, I'm very taken with pom-poms and bobbles.
Well, did you make your pom-poms?
No, I bought the thing to make it, but never got
You
round
didn't
to it.
make it. Oh,
No.
well, maybe we should try that
Try
one day.
yes, because it could add to it.
I could put a purple pom-pom
I
on
would
it.
look very attractive
That
with that.
would be
You could
good.
bounce around as I was talking.
I think it's meant to sit like that, like a slouchy, slightly slouchy.
It's just my head is small.
You
Bare
do-
of small brain.
You have a small head.
Yes, I do.
Not a small brain.
But it is beautiful.
Okay.
Lovely to feel. It doesn't itch, that's the main thing.
No, it doesn't itch at all. So, very happy with that. Pestering Hat by Erica Hersa. I remembered that well. Other finished objects are my Fjord Socks, and they are Hermione's Everyday Sock Pattern on my sock blockers, which are new and I got from Knit Picks this week.
They're gorgeous.
I'm very excited. Aren't they gorgeous?
Make your sock look very professional.
It does.
Mm.
And I love, love, love this pattern. And I sent it to Mum, so she's going to do the Hermione Everyday Sock. Sorry, I'm putting it the wrong way, because we're looking down here at ourselves, but it's up. I'm supposed to do it that way.
I'm hoping it's a very simple pattern, as I have never done anything except the basic sock pattern, and I'm on my third pair of socks now.
It's so simple because you just learn, like, you can remember it as you're going, so it's very easy. That's the Hermione Everyday Socks, Erica Lerda, and I love them in the Fjord colourway, and that is Cascade Heritage Sock Yarn. Beautiful. And Mum's got a hoe, so do you want to show your hoe?
Yes, I'm a new sock maker, knitter, and I love it. I find it extremely comforting and lovely things to do. This is my third pair, and it's in a colourway called Train Station.
Yes.
And I bought this from Knit Picks, and it's, I can't remember what is it? It's not straw.
Is it straw?
Might be. But it's just beautiful to knit with, and it's so soft when I'm wearing the one sock, which I often put on whilst I'm knitting, starting number 2.
Oh, I'll put it on the blocker. Now we've got the blockers out.
Yes.
I look at its straw.
It looks rather large because I do have rather large feet.
Oh, I think they're smaller than mine.
No, I think we're about the same.
Are we? Look, doesn't that look beautiful?
It does. It's lovely, and it's got
the traditional heel.
Traditional heel.
And a kitchener toe.
Yes, and I did a longer rib top because I want to wear them with ankle boots with the colours showing, because I'm in the middle of also knitting a cardigan in the same colours.
You'll have to bring that next time.
Next time I'll bring my cardigan. I might even have finished it.
Yeah, you could wear
Shock
it.
horror.
That's lovely. I love the ribbing too.
Yes, and I love it.
Beautiful colour.
The colours. I also love the fact it's called Train Station, because I really have a passion for steam trains, and it reminds me of steam trains. Nobody else does it remind of steam trains.
I think it's because it's all different charcoal colours.
Yes. And I'm very taken with charcoal and the different shades of grey.
Yeah.
You know, now that I've faded somewhat.
That is beautiful. It's just gorgeous.
Thank you.
I really love that. So,
I'm delighted with it. I
yes,
really am.
I'll just leave that there. Can
Just hope I wear it, as the others I don't wear, I just admire.
Well, it's been a bit hot.
It has been a bit hot.
Yeah.
It's only 35 today.
Yes, so it's very hot today, but when it cools down, I'm sure we'll wear our socks, won't we?
We will indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Have you got any other works in progress?
Only sewing.
Okay, we'll do you sew. Well, show us your sewing.
Let's
do the sewing.
Right, well, I'm in the process of making bags. I make bags for lingerie, bags for jewellery, bags for putting your glasses in, your sunglasses in.
And you're knitting.
And project bags.
This is the one that Mum made me. I've showed it before.
Yes, and I
And
call them
I love
project
it.
bags. The bags you can put anything in.
Yes.
Anything special in. You can even put in
And they're lined. And they have lovely beads.
favourite books.
Yep.
Maybe things of interest,
Yes.
special things. And also, I've now branched out into making bags for shoes, as I had a request for a shoe bag. So I'm in the middle of making my shoe bag. I made two. Red with the red
Lovely.
gingham, and the red on the outside with the gingham on the inside. All I have to do is put cords. I've bought cords today in white, and I've got red cords as well. And I'm trying to decide whether I should embroider on the front shoes. But then that might limit somebody to putting only shoes in them, when they might want to put something bigger in.
That's true.
Perhaps a laptop.
Oh, do you mean the word shoe or
Shoes.
embroider actual shoes?
No,
on it?
embroider the word shoes.
Oh, okay.
But then I thought
That would be lovely.
it might take me a long time.
Yeah.
But you can put a small iPad in these. I know that people do.
That's true.
But
That would be a great idea.
I thought,
They're
having had a
gorgeous.
request, so that's two bags that I've done.
Mum sells her
for
bags
shoes
at the market.
at a local market. I live out in the country, and we have a market once a month, and I sell my bags, which is great fun. And
Show more bags.
yes, I'm in the middle
This
of
is Mum's
and
botanical range.
Yes, and these again are a smaller bag, once again for putting maybe socks in,
Yes.
stockings, hosiery, anything special. And they're just,
I love that print.
it's
So beautiful.
and
And
I
with the navy.
yes,
it's
and
just-
I've got cords, and I've bought some special things to put on the cords that will blend in with the colours. And
Beautiful.
I also brought some fabric along to show that I've started off by buying this beautiful fabric, which is a bit like a Liberty design,
It is.
and I fell in love with the colours. And
Are there delphiniums on
there's
there?
delphiniums on here, and
Oh, look, they're like echinaceas as well.
yes, there's all sorts, and maybe little cornflowers.
Beautiful.
And then at the shop I bought my fabric from, I saw this material as well, so that's what I'm going to do next. It's a William Morris print,
I love that.
and I've also got a similar shades for lining. So there's my sewing works.
They're lovely, and I'm hoping I might get a bag from some of them. Maybe. And what about your beads?
Oh, well, my beads,
She puts beads on the ends of your
yes, well, the last bag that,
toggles.
yes, that I did, I put
Look at them.
another of my floral bags.
Oh, how gorgeous.
And they're just like little flowers, like little fuchsia flowers.
Lovely.
So that's my project bags.
We'll get Meg to put in a photo of that. Beautiful. I love those.
And they're my couple of finished bags and my works in progress.
Very good. I have a
Progressing fast.
I have a work in progress or progress. Do you say progress or
progress? I think I say
Progress.
it.
In my Sardar Wall that I got.
Well pronounced.
Yes,
English,
I know.
the English way.
Yes, because I was concerned last time I was mispronouncing it, and I knew that you would know how to say
I
it.
corrected you.
Thank you. Sardar Wool, which is English wool, and I've started just a normal sock, vanilla type sock, but I've done a fish lips kiss heel, and yesterday I was a bit concerned because I wasn't sure if I liked it, because it's got the normal striping and then it's got a double green and then it's got double brown, and I was in a bit of a dilemma whether I liked it or not, and then I was going to rip it back and do a contrasting heel and toe, but then I couldn't decide what colour to do them in, so I've just kept going, and now I like it.
Yes,
It's grown on me.
It's grown. I think
I
it's.
do.
I think it looks really good.
Yeah,
Mm.
I do too. I think it'll be nice. So that's sock one. So that's just a work in progress at the moment. And I have another work in progress. I did start those fingerless gloves, which I showed not last time, but the last podcast before that, the first one. And I did one in the Misty Alpaca lace, and it wasn't so good, and it was really tricky with the DPNs and the lace yarn, and it was very, very small. So I did finish one, but I've cast on a shawl, which I've just started on, which is the Serafina shawl, and I'll put that in the show notes, in lace, and that's made me happy because I usually have lace on the needles, but I haven't for a while. I've had a bit of a break, and so I'm very, very happy to have started that. And that's
A very pretty colour.
That's the Misty Alpaca we got from the craft fair.
Yes.
That I really love. It's kind of all...
It's very delicate.
It is. It's
Very
really
subtle.
pretty. Yeah, I like that.
Beautiful.
In my special
Project bag.
project bag that
that's right.
Mum made me for Christmas. Acquisitions, Mum. Have you got acquisitions for your wool, your raven?
Yes, I do indeed. This is, see the colour? It's called Raven, and it's a knit pix.
It is so soft and yummy.
It's beautiful. It's the same as the train station, and I'm very excited. I haven't wound it on, made it into a ball yet, but I keep taking it out and touching it and admiring it.
Because it's got such lovely
Lovely shades.
like almost purpley red.
And greys and black.
Just gorgeous.
It's just
and
beautiful.
what are you going to make out of it?
Socks. I'm into
Excellent.
socks, but
Yes.
I might branch out and do the Hermione sock.
Yes.
But
I think that's a good idea.
I've done the same sock all the time before, except with a different length in ribbing, and I
Yeah.
thought that this might
I
call
think-
for
A Hermione
a
sock.
Hermione sock,
Yes.
which I hope it's not too difficult. It's a bit advanced for me.
No, not at all. It's really simple. It's just It's just pearls and knits.
Pearls and knit.
Yeah, it's nothing too.
And I have brought with me some other yarn which I haven't started yet, but it's also a knit pick.
Now, is that the kettle dyed one that I use for my
Yes,
socks?
yes. And I'm not quite sure whether I will do socks.
There we
or
go.
not.
I did these. Oh, where's my sock blocker? Let's get it on. I did these ones at Christmas. Gee, they are big, aren't they? And that was
I love those. I love the colours to get.
Hawthorn. It's called
Hawthorn, that's
Hawthorn.
right. No, and I love the pattern. So I probably will end up doing a sock
Yeah.
Yes, with it, because it looks so different once it's knit.
It does.
And
it's nice though. These are really enormous, but Beth's been wearing them, so
It's
she
not-
wore them last, I think.
Not as soft as the Raven,
No.
but I think it might be a more hard-wearing
Yeah.
sock as opposed to a
I think so too.
luxury sock.
True. True.
And I also brought, this is called Queen of Hearts, and I just love the colourway. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful and it's so soft, and it's also the same as that there, the
The Cascade Heritage
hand
sock.
paint.
Yes.
yes.
Hand painted.
Yes, and it's beautiful, and I love the colours.
That is lovely.
I've already knit a pair of socks in this, and they are beautiful, and I love the colour so much. I bought another ball, but I'm not quite sure what I will do with it yet. But it's just exciting having them,
Yes.
touching them and looking at them and admiring.
Yes. I agree.
They're like jewels.
They're lovely. They're beautiful.
They are.
Now I've had acquisitions. What have I had? I got a Knit Picks parcel, which was very exciting. I got, for my next big adventure, is dyeing, and I got 2 sock yarns and a lace weight from Knit Picks in Bare Naked yarns, and they're quite soft, so I'm really happy with them. And I got dye, not from Knit Picks, but from somewhere else, and these are the dyes I'm going to use. I do want to try natural dyeing with some blueberries and raspberries, but to start off with, I've been watching lots of podcasts, but Sue Andre, and she does lots of dyeing, and I saw her do some with these dyes, so I thought I'd give these a go first of all. And I have lilac, periwinkle.
Oh, beautiful.
I know, they're going to be so lovely.
Periwinkle.
Sapphire blue.
Oh, very much.
and-
We're going through a blue phase.
I know, and violet. So for the sock yarn, the first one I'm going to try is like a pale blue with speckles of all the other colours, and then for the lace I'm just going to have a tonal of maybe the periwinkle, so all different shades of blue. It'll be lovely. So I'm very
Beautiful.
excited. So when I do that this week or maybe next week, I will get some photos done while I'm doing it.
Lovely.
Meg will take some, and Beth might help me
Sounds
with the
lovely.
dyeing.
Be interesting
Yes.
to see how it goes.
Yes. And I also got from Knit Picks these gorgeous, gorgeous needles. They are Knit Picks needles, and I really don't know why I ordered them.
Oh, well,
I'm sure that I had a project in mind, but I'm now thinking I can't remember what they're for. But it doesn't matter because they're really pretty, and they are in they're wood, so they're green and gorgeous, and I'm sure I'll use them for something. Probably.
And I've never done any knitting on anything, a circular needle that small. I've always used a much larger circular needle. I do have one the same size, and I haven't done anything with it either. But once I've seen what
But
you've
yours
done,
are higher, yeah.
yes, I'm on a high, and I
And
did. I bought a few because I thought I'd just have them in, and I might want to try.
I think hat. I'm thinking that hat. My next project is going to be the Hermione Hearts Ron hat.
Oh, Hearts Ron.
Yes,
Right.
it's a cabled hat, and I'll put I can't remember the designer, but I'll put it up in the show notes.
Right.
And because I'm thinking of participating in the inside number 23, she's doing a cowl, a Harry Potter cowl, and I'm thinking of going in that and doing that Hermione hat.
Oh,
That will be fun.
be like a whole sort of collection of Harry Potter items.
Yep.
I also bought myself an Addy
Are they
circular knit.
threes?
Now these, 2.25
Oh, for socks?
for socks.
Yes.
So I've got quite
Magic
a few.
loop.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I could cast on trying the magic loop.
Yep.
I do like the feel of these, the Addy needles as well. I've got a couple of sets of Addy and they're very nice as well. They're all beautiful.
And we're both using, at the moment, DPNs. Are they just Knit Picks?
Yes, mine are knit.
They are. They're just Knit Picks DPNs. I think we do use carbons, but when using dark yarn,
yes,
it's very hard to count and to see your stitches with carbons. So we've done a bit of a swap, and Mum's got.
I've got the birch needles because they recommended them for darker yarns.
Yes.
And I also have the DPNs in the silver, which I cast on with, and then went on to these. Thinking that as I'd done the other sock on this, I should continue in the same on the same needles.
But you've broken one.
I have broken one. It's sort of just snapped.
I broke mine
without
too.
any pressure, and that was obviously something I had done.
Well,
vigorous knitting. I think.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with the DPNs when, particularly 2.25s, is they're very easy to snap.
But they're lovely to knit with, and they're lovely and silky, so that the yarn slides over the wood very nicely. And I'm very happy with them as long as they don't all break.
Yes.
I just have to be more careful.
Yes. True. Okay.
Okay.
What are we up to? I'm just drinking tea today, normal tea. And Mum, what are you drinking today?
I'm just drinking a coffee made with I think it was a Tim's coffee bag, which I'm very happy with.
Yes.
So I quite like them, especially to carry them with me in my handbag.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
So where are we up to? An event. Mum and I have put our names down. We're going to go to a Knit Picks yarn tasting in April, which will be very fun.
Yes.
That's with our guild. Our knitting guild.
Yes, I've never been to one before. You haven't either, so
no.
it's going to be very interesting.
And I think we get a free ball of yarn.
Maybe that would be very exciting.
It will be. And we've got knitting guild this weekend as well. So
yes,
it's all happening.
All happening now.
It is.
And I believe there is a handmade market at the moment. Coming up, so I probably will pop out and have a little look at that.
Yes.
And just check out what there is regarding project bags, and to see also knitted garments, and if there is any yarn that might be needed to be bought.
Yes, possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah, probably. And I also have to remember to mention in the Knitting Expats swap, I have, I told you about this with my swap partner. I got my Mina Phillip on her Ravelry thread. I got my swap partner, which was very exciting, in America. So to my swap partner, if you're watching this, you need to not watch now because I'm going to show some of the things that I got from my swap partner this week. So she's in America. In, I can't remember the state, but anyway, it's near Canada, so it's north. So I've got her some shepherd baby wool, which is all Australian, from Australian merino sheep, made here and everything, and it's so soft. I've made stuff out of this before.
It's lovely. It's beautiful colour. It's a real cornflower, isn't it?
It is. And I got her some furry friends, which have Australian animals on them, which I thought would be a bit nice.
Lovely.
And I also got her a fairy wren card, because we have fairy wrens this colour in our garden, in my garden, and Mum has them.
I do.
At your house. So they're quite common here, and they're lovely. They're my favourite birds. I've got her that.
I have to say, not everybody has them in their garden.
Oh, don't
Only those of us who are special.
Special. Special people in Australia have fairy, and they're called superb fairy wrens, aren't they?
Superb.
The males.
Yes.
No, they're all
superb blue wren.
superb fairy wren.
You're probably correct.
I don't know. They're superb fairy wren.
Well, yes.
In Australia, and the females aren't blue, they're brown.
Yes.
And I had stitch markers in my box as well, and I don't know where they've gone now. Oh, I'll show them, but obviously not now because they've fallen out. I found them, the stitch markers. They were actually in the box. She's called Calico Mist, and I've got her some stitch markers with a koala on. So if you can't see that, it's okay. We'll take a photo and put it in. So there you go.
Oh well, I'm looking for some. I was looking for some blue beads of some sort to put on a couple of bags that I've got a lot of blue in, because I'm obviously very drawn to blue at the moment. And I went to my favourite bead shop, and
these are beautiful.
And I bought some of this lovely blue, which I thought would go with the Liberty Lawn style bag, the project bag or knitting bag. And I'm going to put them on the same as I had done with the other bag, very similar to that.
So these are just like fuchsia.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to put a little green crystal, tiny green crystal there, and the green crystal at the top with blue in between, and I think that would look
gorgeous.
Very pretty with this bag. And whilst I was there today, I bought a couple of rather pretty beads,
gorgeous,
which I thought could go very nicely when I get round to using the William Morris fabric. And I thought they would look very nice. And I've got already got some lovely dark blue cord, so they as the same cord as this, only this one is red. And I thought they would look very nice, a bit special.
Yeah.
One of those bags that we might not give away.
Might not
sell. No, they might have to stay at home.
Yes.
I think. So I had a very successful morning
at
the bead shop, which is very easy to be successful at the bead shop.
Yes, at the bead shop.
Yes, very addictive. Very addictive. Yes, because you get a lot of fine, tiny beads for your shawls.
I do, and the shawl I'm doing at the moment doesn't have beads, but I'm thinking I might just do some at the bottom.
Yes.
Just with the misty alpaca.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure what colour though.
It will come to you once you get...
Once I'm in the bead shop.
And also once it starts to see the pattern, I think sometimes it takes...
Because it's got flecks of yellow and green in it, I think. So that will be good. Yes.
Sounds good.
So, and Mum got here today, went to the bead shop first.
Yes.
And then you came over.
Very excited, yes. And I brought with me 2 DVDs.
Yes. This is what Mum and I are into at the moment. Lewis. And we're also into Vera, which is my absolute favourite at the moment, I think. And Mum's got ordered...
I think it's Series 6. It's on the way from the UK. It's released yesterday in the UK, so it'll be on its way. I've so pre-ordered it. Very, very exciting.
Yes, because I've seen all of them up until this one, I think.
Series 6.
Yes. I can't wait. And now I've got this. This is so exciting. This will keep me busy for a little while. Have you seen them?
I've seen them. I have seen them quite a few times because
good.
I can watch them again, especially if I have something absorbing. I can watch them again and again because I already know the story. But there's always something that you see that you haven't seen before.
True. That is true. So that's good. And I think that's all. Have you been reading any good books?
I have. I've read a book that Lucy recommended I should read.
Oh, really?
Yes, Girl on a Train.
Oh,
which I've thoroughly enjoyed. I ordered it from the library. They had 7 books and they were all on order.
Oh.
So eventually it arrived and I read it and it was very, very good.
Oh, who's the author?
Can't tell you at the moment because I can't remember.
I'll put it
Senior moment.
We'll put it in the thingo.
Yes.
And I'm listening to an audiobook. I discovered how to borrow audiobooks through the library. and it goes straight into the computer, and I can just listen and knit. It's really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I'll
Have to show me.
Yeah.
And they have a list that you can...
Oh my goodness, all the latest releases, and you just click borrow and it goes to your account, and it's in the computer.
Gosh.
It's great. So I borrowed...
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I borrowed, it's a sci-fi, it's Ben Bova, called Far Side, and it's about, you won't like this.
No.
It's about the opposite side of the moon that doesn't see the Earth. Anyway, it's all very science.
Very dark.
Science fiction-y. Yeah.
Very, very
but I'm enjoying it. And I've been listening to it every day. I just plug myself in and knit.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And the good thing is you don't have to return them because they return themselves in 14 days.
Gosh.
I think. Well, I hope that's what's happened to mine, but they got returned.
So if you haven't finished them, they return themselves?
Yeah.
Right, so you've got the 14 days, so it's...
Yeah, but I think that if you haven't finished them, you can renew
it.
if you do it before the 14 days.
Right. Oh, that's exciting.
I hope. So, yeah. And that's all. I think that's all we've been up to. But
Thank you for allowing me to join you on this podcast.
I think you have to come back next time because it's much more interesting.
I'll just have to knit like fury and get sewing.
Yes, we'll have to have and we'll have more finished objects and works in progress.
We hope.
Okay, now I might just go over some of the podcasts that I have been listening to and watching this week. Mum and I were watching just before Legacy Knits with Sue and Chelsea.
Yes.
And they were talking about socks and needles and yarn, and that was really cool.
Yes. Found it very informative.
Yes, love it.
And some of the yarn I think I might have to look up.
Some of that Regia Anne and Carlos yarn.
Yes. I anticipate maybe another parcel coming soon.
Yeah, more acquisitions. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Like, comment and subscribe. The podcasts I've been watching are Stitched in Sweden, Hungry Cat podcast, Legacy Knits, as we discussed, Fairy Little, Pin Feathers and Pearls, Katie of Inside Number 23, she's fabulous, Fawn Knits, Woolenvine, can't remember the name of her podcast though. Sticks and Twine with Eric, I watched that this morning, that was fabulous. Canadian Knitter, The Fat Squirrel, Knit Girls of course, Grocery Girls, Happy Spider 6, Brownie Knits. Her episode this week has been great, and I was watching, and she's got a gorgeous little puppy dog, and I kept hearing a noise as I was watching it, and I thought that I was wheezing, and I was thinking, oh, what's wrong with me? And it was her puppy dog was snoring all the way through the podcast. It was gorgeous. So that was Brownie Knits, Mina Phillips, Knitting Expat, and Yarnder Woman. So I've been watching just a few podcasts lately.
Just a few.
Yeah. Thank you.